Robert Muse is the co-founder and senior counsel at the American Freedom Law Center, and you're one of the guys who is taking the president on the religious community not having to bow down to Obamacare.
I think at the core, in their heart, I think the American people are still true to our values.
We are so happy to be represented by the expert assistance of the American Freedom Law Center. Robert Muse, David Yerushalmi, and their team, they have done tremendous work for us.
Having collaborated for over 4 years on many high-profile cases, my colleague and fellow co-founder David Yerushalmi and I decided to formalize our working relationship by together launching the American Freedom Law Center. David is an Orthodox Jew from New York, and I'm a Catholic with 12 kids here in Michigan. So I like to describe AFLC as the nation's first truly authentic Judeo-Christian public interest law firm. AFLC fights for faith and freedom by advancing and defending America's Judeo-Christian heritage and moral foundation in courtrooms, legislative halls, in the public square throughout America.
In 2010, some friends and I were walking out at the International Arab Festival in Dearborn, Michigan, when a group of young Muslims started asking us questions. My friend Nabil is a former Muslim. He's now a Christian, so they were asking him questions about Christianity. One of them even invited Nabil to preach the gospel to them. Nabil was respectfully answering their questions when the Dearborn Police Department showed up, threw us in jail, and charged us with breach of peace. We were from a different state, and there was no way we could spend thousands of dollars going back and forth for court appearances. That's when we heard from a civil rights lawyer named Robert Muse, who said he would handle our legal work for free.
Thanks to this lawsuit, we are able to stand up proudly and say that we were one of the first to take the HHS mandate to federal court. So I'm very grateful they have helped us tremendously in offering to us on a pro bono basis the many, many, many hours of service that are necessary to file, argue, and ultimately win these cases.
Please know that we run a very lean, efficient, and effective operation. We don't have expensive office space or a bloated staff. Instead, we have a team of experienced professionals who are committed to fighting and winning this battle. I can assure you that every tax-deductible donation we receive is put to good use.
We were found not guilty of breaching the peace, and Robert went on to sue the city of Dearborn, the police officers who arrested us, and the mayor. In the end, the city had to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, but even more important to us, they issued a public apology on the city's website, admitting that we never should have been arrested.
You were recently on Glenn's show, and the passion for what you do obviously comes through. What makes you so passionate about this?
Well, it's not a job, it's a vocation. You know, this is critically important to me. And when I took that solemn oath, I took that oath, so help me God, and I truly mean it.
It's because you got a list of big wins.
Big wins.
That nobody is even talking about.
Right, yeah, we're winning these cases. We truly are, you know, and it's a fight. Ronald Reagan reminded us that our freedoms were not handed down through the bloodstream. They must be fought for and protected lest they're one generation away from extinction. And I can tell you, my freedoms aren't going to be extinct for me or my kids on my watch. There are many worthy charities out there doing great work. But the fact remains that we must first protect and preserve our fundamental freedoms, such as the rights to freedom of speech and religious liberty. If we don't have committed and experienced lawyers like AFLC fighting these battles for our Judeo-Christian values, then many of these other worthy organizations which preach the gospel or seek to defend the right to life, as just two examples, will not be permitted to do so. In short, what we do is crucial to the success of many other Judeo-Christian charitable organizations, and it's crucial for all freedom-loving Americans. So in closing, I would ask that you prayerfully consider supporting the important work of the American Freedom Law Center. May God bless you, and may God bless America.